Hello, today I'll read you one of my favorite books. It is called Little Goddess Girls, Persephone and the Giant Flower. So now I'll tell you that there are also more books. I have this only one, but maybe I'll have more. So they also wrote one book, which is called Little Goddess Girls, Aphrodite and the Golden Apple. And now I'll show you a secret, which I show you every time, but I really want you to see it every time. So it's actually the one you put off, because this is a paper booklet. And when you lift it up, it's not only like a pocket, like lift it up, it also reveals another book. It's the same as this one, but it's just different. Yeah, but it's just the same book, only this one is in paper and this one is really stylish and beautiful. So now I'll show you this book in whole. And there we go. It's beautiful. And Little Goddess Girls, Persephone and a Giant Flower, and at the back it has a beautiful plain green thing. So I just love it. So let's start reading. So yesterday I read Shellcrack, and today I'll read Unshelled. Unshelled. The shell is too far away for us to reach, and the sea looks pretty deep in the middle, Persephone said to Athena. She also didn't like the idea of wandering into the water with a sea serpent, not even a small one. I have an idea, She held up a stick Oliver had been playing with. I think I can push the shell closer with this. Athena carried the stick to the other side of the small sea, and then gave the shell a hard push. It floated toward Persephone. Athena ran back to join her. They watched the shell and floated closer. When it was only a couple of feet from shore, it stopped moving. But now it was close enough to reach. Do you want to be the one to tap on it? Athena asked. Persephone did, but she guessed Athena did too. Let's both do it, she suggested. I don't care who does it, just hurry up, said the voice. Tap, tap, tap. Cranky, Persephone whispered to Athena. They grinned at each other. Athena held up the stick. She used to push the shell. Grab on, she said to Persephone. Grab on, she said to Persephone. Together they touched the shell. Away the tip end of the stick. 3 times, tap, tap, tap. To their surprise, the shell began to grow bigger and bigger. Soon it was the size of a Wonderworld chariot's wheel. Whoosh! It spun around, zoomed and zoomed toward the shore. Jump back, yelled Persephone. They dropped the stick and leaped away from the shell before the shell could knock them over. Once on shore, the shell stopped spinning. Then it began to open, but like some giant book, Persephone and Athena held the break waiting to see what would be inside. Then the shell was fully open. Persephone exclaimed, "It's a girl!" The girl gracefully unfolded herself from the shell. Out, out, out she stepped. She was the most beautiful girl Persephone had ever seen. The shell girl looked about, the same age as Persephone, and Athena, 8 years old. She had long golden hair. Her eyes were the color of a bright blue sky, and she wore silver sandals and a blue silk dress that matches her eyes. Finally, said the beautiful girl, "Am I glad to be out of that shell at last?" She looked around at the flowers, the sea, and the place. "Where am I? Anyway, you are in Wonderworld," explained Persephone, "spelled with an U, not a no," added Athena. The shell girl shrugged. "Never heard of it. Nice place, thought. Is it yours?" She stretched her arms over her head and bent from side to side. "No, we're just visiting. I'm Athena," said Athena. "And I'm Persephone." "Woof," said Oliver. And that's my dog, Oliver," added Athena. "Aha," said the shell girl. She touched her toes. When she said nothing more, Athena finally asked, "So, what's your name? If you must know." "No, it's Aphrodite." She pulled one leg up to stretch it out. She really liked the exercise, probably because she couldn't while in the shell. Persephone pointed at it. "Now, did you get trapped in there?" Aphrodite sighed. "Well, I was out walking yesterday when I met this girl that had green snakes from hair and Medusa!" Persephone and Aphrodite exclaimed together. Aphrodite raised an eyebrow. "You know her?" She's bad news," said Athena. "So what happened?" asked Persephone. Aphrodite began to jog in place. "Well, I said something that made her mad. I do that a lot. People tell me I'm hard to like sometimes." Still, she started it. "What did you say?" Persephone asked curiously. Aphrodite's forehead wrinkled in through. "The wind had tangled my hair and wrinkled in through. The wind had tangled my hair a bit, and she asked if I was having a bad hair day. So I said no. My hair is always perfect, but I guess every day's a bad hair day for you, right?" The girls laughed. Aphrodite's smile made her look more friendly. Maybe Aphrodite. Closer, they could see the sharp point teeth. "We're all goners," Persephone wailed. 3 girls, actually one sank for each of the dogs' mouths, and Oliver will be desert. But then Aphrodite stepped up. Stop that noise, you," laughed surprised Cerberus stopped mind and growl. Then they heard a sharp whistle. The boy ran out of the place. "Sit!" he called to Cerberus. The dog sat. The boy marched over to the girls. What are you doing here?" he demanded. "We saw your chariot go down through the crack in the ground," Athena told him. "We followed it. Then my little dog ran in through the front gate. We didn't mean to trespass," Persephone added. "But we were wondering if this was a shortcut to Sparkle City." The boy looked confused. We're on our way there," Athena explained. If anybody cares, I arrive by shell," said Athernett, pointing. "However, you all say you need to leave," the boy said gruffly. "You don't belong to Wonderworld." He clapped his hands. Immediately, his chariot and black horses appeared beside a clump of giant daisies, and the same gaze that they had spoken to Persephone earlier. Hop in, the boy said after leaping into the driver's seat. "I'll take you back to the hello brick world." Athena climbed in first with Oliver and Aphrodite. Cerberus tried to get in too. The boy shook his head. "No, boy, go home." The huge dog whined, but he jumped back down. Before Persephone could climb aboard, the daisies whispered in her ear. "Don't leave," they begged. "Stay here with us. But down some roots." "Sorry I can't," she said kindly. "But we tried to take another step. She couldn't." The giant daisies wandered their streams around her legs. Their roots curled around her feet. Suddenly the black horses began to gallop. The chariot rose into the air. The others were leaving without her. They hadn't seen what was happening. Her bad luck had struck again. And next time we'll read chapter 5, Onward. Hope you enjoyed how I was reading, and see you on another Little Goddess Girl adventure. Bye!